Howdy, I'm J. Cole, and I've got the lovely Jax joining us for our flow today. We've got a very gentle, feel-good flow that's going to leave you feeling grounded and gooey. But as always, this is your body and your practice. So take what feels best, leave the rest, and let's tune in. So I invite you to just find the most comfortable seat you can find. You may be sitting crisscross applesauce. Hands can rest heavy on your thighs, palms facing the earth or the sky. And if it's comfortable to you, I invite you to start to soften your gaze down towards the tip of your nose, maybe closing your eyes altogether. Just taking these first few moments to allow yourself to catch up to the present moment. Right, we all had plans and nights of sleep or breakfast missed or whatever it is that takes us away from now. We want to just acknowledge those and leave them behind. Without changing anything, I just want you to become aware of your breath. Right, just your natural breath, where you're breathing in and out of. And fittingly today, we'll do some Ujjayi breathing or ocean sounding breaths. So we'll take an inhale through our nose, and then as we exhale, we'll exhale out of our nose as well, but constricting the throat so you make a ocean sounding breath, or like you're trying to fog up the mirror. So inhale. And exhale. You should feel a slight vibration in your esophagus. Another one of those. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the nose. Restrict the throat. We've got one more. Big inhale. Make this the biggest inhale of your day. Pull that breath from your low belly and let it fill all the way up into the crown of your head. Exhaling out of the nose, restricting the throat. And returning to your natural state of breathing. Just wiggling your fingers, keeping your eyes closed, bringing your hands in a prayer at heart center. Just taking a moment to find some gratitude for today. And when you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. Good morning. From here, you can sit your arms back on your thighs or by your side, whatever feels good. Just give me a couple shoulder shrugs up to your ears and down your back. Let's go for two more. Beautiful. On your inhale, you'll inhale both arms up and overhead, interlacing all 10 fingers except for your pointer finger. You'll find a couple of spinal rotations, just moving that torso side to side in one direction. These can be as big or as small as they feel good to you, but just make sure both sit bones stay glued to the floor here. Let's go for one more round. And go ahead and switch rotations here, even out those micro details. One more. We'll meet in a lifted neutral spine. Bringing your hands back onto your knees, palms face the earth. We'll take it through some seated cat-cow. So on your inhale, you push the belly out, lift the gaze. Now as you exhale, you over-exaggerate, tuck through chin to chest, round out your back. Inhale, lift the gaze high to the sky. Exhale, tuck and round. Push your heart through your back. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck and lower. Inhale will take you to a neutral spine. We'll take the right arm up, and you're actually going to sit on it underneath your glute. The left arm can hang out on this side. Your left ear is going to tilt down towards your left shoulder. And then you're actually going to tilt back towards your shoulder blade. Should feel a nice stretch all through this neck area into the shoulder. Find a couple of deep breaths. And on your inhale, both arms will go up and overhead. And just switch it out to the other side. So left hand will go underneath the left booty, right arm on the ground. Right ear goes down towards the right shoulder. And then we'll tilt the head back towards our right shoulder blade. Beautiful. Another breath cycle here. And on your inhale, both arms will go up and overhead. Left arm will go down to the mat. Right arm will go up and overhead towards the side. Let the bicep hang out by your right ear. Gaze can be over the right bicep, or you can be closing your eyes. Look at this nice, beautiful long line that we're looking for. Keeping your left arm on the ground, right arm will bend, fingertips will go behind your. So we'll bend the elbow and fingertips are going to go right behind the head, like we're taking into a crunch. And then inhale, you'll lift your torso up to neutral. So lift all the way up. Yep. Then we just got a couple of crunches. So on the exhale, right elbow is going to go down towards the left knee. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Let's go for two more. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. Last one. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lift. On the inhale, both arms will go up and overhead, and then we'll just take it to the other side. Exhale, right arm down on the mat, left arm up and overhead. Trying to think about how long can we get from the left glute and sit bone all the way up to the left fingertips. Gaze is by the left bicep. And then we'll bend the left arm. Fingertips will go behind the head. On the inhale, we'll peel the torso up to neutral. And then as we exhale, we'll find those crunches on this left side. So exhale, crunch the elbow down towards the right knee. And inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Let's go for two more. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale down. And inhale up. Inhale, both arms up and overhead just to flush it out. And exhale, hands can go down to prayer at heart center. You will cross one shin over the other, bypass tabletop, and meet us in your first downward facing dog. And down dog, pedaling it out side to side. Relaxing out your head, maybe shaking it yes and no. Settling the feet down. I just want you to put a big bend in both of your knees and then think about lifting your hip points high to the sky, and then you can start to straighten those legs down. Beautiful adjustment. On the inhale, you'll bend your knees, gaze goes towards the front of the mat. Exhale, step or float to the front. And then make sure your feet are hip distance apart. We'll find a ragdoll forward fold. So interlacing one elbow over the other. You have that option to sway side to side if that feels good. Can bop up and down. Just never pulling on your shoulders. Switch elbows on top. Even out those micro details. And when you're ready, your hands will hang nice and heavy down by your feet. Put the bend in the knees, and then as we inhale, we'll roll up nice and slowly, stacking disc by disc. Head and neck are the very last things to come up. Good morning. Taking it through our sun salutation. So bring those big toes to touch. Heels are just big enough or far enough apart for a pointer finger to go in between them. Scoop the tailbone underneath, grow nice and tall. Nope, sorry, just scoop your tailbone. Shoop. Yeah. Arms can be down by your side. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. Watch them touch, taking it through our modified Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, lead with the heart, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, think flat back, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms nice and wide overhead, taking in all this good energy. Exhale, hands at heart center. Got two more. Inhale, watch your arms touch. Exhale, forward fold, ride that wave all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep those arms as wide as you can as we rise up. And exhale, hands at heart center, last one. Inhale, watch the arms touch. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep those arms nice and wide overhead. And exhale, hands at heart center. From here on your inhale, you'll sit your hips back to find chair pose. Arms will go up and overhead. Look at this beautiful chair squat we have. I want you to make sure you can wiggle all 10 toes. So your weights in your ball mount and your heels. And then look down at your knees. I actually need you to resist them apart. We can get a little stronger in our arms, but then drop the shoulders down. Beautiful. Taking our hands, we'll interlace all 10 fingers behind our back. And then pull straight back so our chest starts to lift a little bit and find a shoulder opener. Stay with your breath. Switch thumbs on top just to even things out. Maybe seeing if you can lift the hands a little bit higher up. Big breath in. As we exhale, unthread the arms and let it go. You'll rise all the way up to a stand. Inhale, both arms go up and overhead. Watch them touch. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the heart, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, find the flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back, find our downward facing dog. Inhale, lifts the right leg high to the sky, bend the knees, stack the hip, let gravity open up naturally. Take the inhale to prepare, and as we exhale, lunge that foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down and rise up, find a warrior two. Awesome. From our warrior two, just seeing if we can take up any more space here on the mat. Dropping our shoulders down. Wow, what a sunrise. Maybe getting those arms a little bit stronger, closer together. On the inhale, we'll flip the right palm, extend it out in front of us. Exhale, find that peaceful warrior. Our peaceful warrior, I really want you to think about dropping this hip away from your body. Beautiful. Find an inhale. As you exhale, right arm's going to come down, bend, and find the right thigh. Left arm up and overhead towards the ocean. Beautiful. Sinking heavy in that front hip. Again, trying to think about how long we can get from this left leg all the way up, shooting energy out of the left fingertips. Taking the left arm and looking for a half bind behind you. It'll find the right hip pocket. And then I want you to think about peeling the shoulder higher to the sky. Beautiful. On your inhale, you'll let go of that bind. Arm will go up and back by your face. Circle it down towards the mat as you pivot your back foot. Left arm will go down to the mat. Left knee bends and finds the mat. Unplug the left foot. Let the top of the foot rest easy on the mat. The left foot. Yes. Left arm stays on the ground. Right arm peels high to the sky. Can maybe shimmy that right foot out a couple of inches away from you. Yes. Let that hip sink in and open up here. We'll be setting up for pigeon. So if pigeon is not in your practice, you'll find a reclined figure 4 on your back. But if not, you'll bring your right arm to the center of your mat. Shimmy the right foot between your hands. And then walk it all the way over to the left foot. Drop the right knee down towards the earth. Let the hips melt. You have the option to stay lifted right here, or you can begin to melt down onto your forearms or the floor. Jax has this absolutely beautiful pigeon where her hip is able to get all the way down towards the earth. If that's not accessible for you, definitely you can put a block underneath there, a pillow, roll up your mat. And just find a couple of those deep cleansing breaths in and out of the nose. And on your inhale, you'll start by first just walking the hands underneath your shoulders so your chest lifts. And then I want you to inchworm that back knee in until it gets as close to tabletop as it can possibly get. And then we'll swing the right leg out, find our hip circles in one direction, just bringing blood back to the area we restricted off. Even things out, switch that direction. Beautiful. When you're ready, the right knee will touch down towards the earth. You'll tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips, find downward facing dog. We've got the other side. Maybe pedaling it out here, just noticing what you notice from side 1 to side 2. And then inhale, we'll lift the left leg high to the sky, bend the knees, stack the hip. Let gravity do its thing. Find a breath in to prepare for our work. And as we exhale, left leg lunges between our hands. Spin the back heel down. And then windmill up, we'll find our warrior 2 on the side. Gorgeous. Maybe scooping the tailbone underneath us, hugging in the front ribs. So relaxing the shoulders down, gaze is over our middle fingers. On the inhale, we'll flip our palm high to the sky, extend it out in front of us, and exhale, find that peaceful warrior. So your right hand, I want it to avoid the back of the right knee. It can come up to that thigh or the calf. And then we think about jumping, yes, this hip bone away from the body, growing nice and tall. On the inhale, the left arm bends and finds your left thigh. Right arm goes up and overhead. Gorgeous. Then you have the option to take that half bind. So right arm will bend behind you, looking for the left hip crease. And then I want you to think about peeling the deltoid, the top of the shoulder, higher to the sky. Beautiful adjustments. Inhale, right arm will come up, back by your ear. As we exhale, you'll pivot the right foot back towards neutral, drop the right knee down. Right arm down towards the earth, left arm high to the sky. Find that twist. Beautiful. Maybe walking the left foot out of the edge a little bit, sinking heavier into that left hip. Yes. Then we'll be setting up for pigeon. So when you're ready, left arm will come back down towards the mat. You'll shimmy the left foot between your hands and then all the way over to your right hand. Drop your left knee down. And then square up towards center. You have the option to stay lifted, or you can melt the chest down towards the earth. Pigeon is a position that releases a lot of stored trauma in our hips. So if you have any feelings of sensations or feel the urge to cry, it is totally normal. And I invite you and encourage you to just find a couple of deep breaths and let your feelings happen. On your inhale, you'll start first by walking the hands underneath your shoulders so you can lift your chest. Then as you exhale, you'll inch warm that back knee till it's as close to tabletop as you can get it. And then swing the left knee out towards the side. Find a couple of our hip circles in one direction. Switch direction, even everything out. Awesome. Left knee will touch down next to right. You'll cross one shin over the other, and then you'll sit back onto your booty. Extend those legs nice and long out in front of you. Maybe scoot up, so that way you're at least halfway in front of the mat, or all the way up. You'll bend your knees, drape your torso over your thighs. Find a little core engagement as we roll all the way back down on our mat. Gorgeous. Extend your legs wide towards each corner of the mat. Left leg's gonna cross over top of right. Arms go up and overhead. Grab a hold of that left wrist and give it a tug over to the right side. Find this banana. Staying with us for these last few moments of class. On the inhale, you'll come through center. So uncross your legs, let them be wide off the mat. And then right leg crosses on top of left. Grab the right wrist and give it a little tug over to the left side. This beautiful long banana I have in front of me. You're welcome to close your eyes here and just begin to deepen your breath. Right, for many of us, this might be the last time today that we are able to feel this peaceful, grounded, and to have this time with ourselves. On the inhale, you'll untwist the legs, come back through center, and exhale. Just let the arms hang heavy down by your side. On the breath in, we'll bend our knees into our chest, peeling our forehead up off the ground, trying to crawl into one tight, tight, tight ball. Find the biggest inhale you've taken today and crunch up your toes, furrow your brows, just squeeze as tight as you can. Maybe capping off a little bit of air at the top. Exhale, find all four corners of your mat, Shavasana. You made it. And I invite you and encourage you to approach this state of Shavasana, state of nothingness. Right? No expectations from your body or your mind. Just allowing yourself to be. You have nowhere to be. I invite you to stay in Shavasana as long as you can. But if you have to get about your day, just start to deepen your breath. Starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, inviting life back into the body. When you're ready, we'll roll over to the right side, using your right bicep as a pillow. Think rescue or fetus position. And there's no rush, but starting to push yourself up to a seat on your mat, sitting crisscross applesauce. Hands can be heavy down by your thighs, palms face the earth or the sky. Or you can bring your hands in a prayer at heart center. It's whatever feels good for you. Just bring in a heart another moment of gratitude for your body, for you showing up today. And if you could physically feel gratitude, what sensations would accompany it? Taking one final big inhale through your nose. Opening up the mouth, sigh it out. Blinking your eyes open when you're ready. My name's Jessie or J. Cole. This is the lovely Jax. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Jax, for joining us. Look forward to seeing you back on our mats. If you like what you saw today, please be sure to give me all the love, like, comment, subscribe, share to your homies, all the good things. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day. All my love.